This is Lamestream Lydia. We're here with Jason Evans from Ingested. How are you going?
Really good, man. Really good. We're coming up on the final week of the Pain Remains UK and Europe tour. We've been smashing venues across the continent, and now we're back in the greatest city on earth.
We love a hometown show. It's been crazy seeing all the huge, ridiculous bands that you've been playing with. Who do you have? You've had Cannibal Corpse,
Yeah.
Devourment, Archspire, all of these massive things. Even the Smile there. It's like, yeah, this is kind of awesome. How does it feel being back for a hometown show? Just coming off of all that at the end of the year.
Just amazing. Like Manchester is, like you said, it's our home. So getting to play shows like this in your hometown is just, there's no better feeling, because you're in front of all your family, your friends, and Manchester. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, there's no better feeling than this.
You can always hear the people that you know. You can always tell them because they're always shouting out the little inside jokes.
Yeah.
And that's always a fun little thing. I'm not going to ask what any of them mean, but the people who know, they know.
Yeah. I get a few Queechy shouts, like, from, like, my streaming days and shit, like, people just shouting weird shit at me on stage and stuff, so that's always good.
So it's I know a lot of people have like a stigma about local scene bands, and everyone people kind of look at you have to start as a local band, and then once you get past that whole thing, then you're a real band, which is a stupid way to look at it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, everyone was a local band at some point. Like, everyone was a local band. Like, that's how you start. Like, but it doesn't mean that you're not a band. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Like, we all got to start somewhere, man. Like, so I just think, like, I always think back to the time when we were a local band and we played in fucking Satan's Hollow or fucking Music Box or Star and Garter and shit. And it's like, you could play shows opening for bands, and they could either treat you like shit because you were a local opener, or they treat you really well. And it's like, I always remember the bands that treated us well, and that's shaped the way that I treat bands that are with us, like, or if they're opening a tour or they're opening a show for us. It's like, just treat people with respect, man. Do you know what I mean? Because we were all in that spot once. Do you know what I mean? And it's a good spot to be. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where you learn. That's where you learn who you are as a band and as a performer. Like, is when you play in some shithole, like, to like 30 people. Like, do you know what I mean? That's that's how you develop all your shit, like your stage personality, like what you want to do, like as a frontman, especially for me. So yeah, I think it's an important step in your career, and it's something that you should never forget.
Yeah. I know the touring has been going on pretty incessantly, and I guess this kind of juxtaposes with how much your music you've been outputting, because you guys have been workhorses since before the pandemic. It's probably unfair to even ask if you have anything in mind for new music coming up soon, but I kind of have to.
Well, we pride ourselves on always trying to be the hardest workers in whatever room we're in. Do you know what I mean? Whether that's like touring schedule, writing and recording, releasing stuff, like anything, whatever it is, we always want to be the gold standard of working your bollocks off in like the metal scene. And I think that like comes from us all being, we're all working class lads. Do you know what I mean? We're all from, like, I'm from a fucking council estate in fucking Stockport. Do you know what I mean? I've never had fucking money. Everything that I've ever had, I've had to fucking work for. And I think that, like, that's such an important, integral part of who Ingested is as a band. And as for new stuff, we're opening the set with a brand new song tonight, so.
All right.
That's about all I can say.
Get hype. It's a Manchester worker bee, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Like that's us. We're working class, come from fuck all, and everything we've got, we've fucking scratched tooth and fucking claw for it. Every single thing we've got, we've earned it. Like we've never been given anything. We've fucking had to fight for everything that we've got, and now it feels like we're starting to like reap the benefits and the rewards of all of that hard work over the years.
Death metal in general is an uphill battle from the start. So you have all basically where everything came from. It's from tiny little places, and you just hope to get to somewhere even remotely close to this. So you guys are doing incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So I'm interested in how your music's kind of developed, because when you guys started out, you were let's do the annoying thing where we have to be
Categorized.
yeah, we have to be granular about genres. You're a brutal death metal band, which is normal person for it's brutal.
Yeah, just savage, fast, brutally heavy death metal. I guess like you could call some of our earlier stuff like slam death metal as well. Like it was always in an early stuff. It was always in and around brutal death metal, slam death metal sort of wheelhouse. And then as we've like grown up as people, it's like you start to listen to different types of music. Do you know what I mean? You're not so as like you're not as singularly focused on one thing as you were when you were a bit younger. Like I find anyway. And then there was the deathcore explosion, like in like 2007, 2009, 2010 era.
Yeah, that's about when the Jumper Cowboy MySpace era kind of blew up.
Yeah, MySpace era. And then obviously we like that came out, and then we start listening to that sort of stuff. So then that starts to, because you're influenced by what you listen to. So then those elements started coming in as well. So we mixed that with the brutal death metal, and then we ended up somewhere down the line kind of figuring out who we were. Like, because it took us a good few albums to know who we were as a band, like musically and everything else. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not just something you just. I mean, I think we're still evolving now, but we're more comfortable with who we are.
Yeah, that's definitely the ongoing problem for basically every band. You'd have bands who are nowhere even close to figuring out anything close to what you've done. You know, even though what are you, like 8 albums in?
I think so, yeah, something like that. And the EPs and shit.
Those don't count.
Like 7 or 8 now. I can't even remember.
Yeah, but it's just interesting to see how everything's kind of moving along, but there's still the distinct ingested DNA to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now that, like I said, we know who we are. Do you know what I mean? We've been doing this now for like 18 years, so we know who we are, but we're still adding other like pieces to the puzzle as we're going on. Like on our last album, we started adding like more melody, more atmosphere and stuff. Like whenever we add stuff, we always carry that into the next album, and then we'll start adding other stuff as well, like whatever it is that we're listening to or whatever we're influenced by at the time. And then it's just all just eventually becoming this huge, horrible fucking death metal flesh monster. Like,
we're here for the atrocities.
yeah.
We're gonna finish off. We're gonna wish you luck, and personally, I look at you as probably the second biggest band to come out of Manchester.
Thank you. I'd take that, because the biggest band is obviously Oasis, and they're my biggest influence. I know that makes no sense, like when you think about like what we do, but like I said before, it's like I see a lot of similarities. Like as in, they came from nothing, working class, council estate, never had a pot to piss in, and then look at what they fucking achieved because they worked hard. So that's my biggest influence. So I'll take that.
This next thing's going to be awkward then.
Yeah, no, you're going to tell me that it's not Oasis, aren't you?
I am. Can you sign this, please?
Take that! Amazing! I do love Take That as well. But I will sign that. Oh my god. That's the best one. Is this
I think it's like slots.
Greatest Day?
Yeah.
It's the best Take That song.
Oh, definitely. You know. There you go.
I'm going to sign it on Mark Owen's Willie. Mark Owen.
Just wasn't the same once Robbie left.
No.
And it never will be.
But he had to go chase aliens in the desert though, didn't he?
Yeah, natural things.
He was a busy man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. That's fun. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome, mate. Thank you.
You knew.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm Stream Lydia. This was RAMzine with Jason Evans.